Hey, beautiful souls, welcome to Sistership Hills Let's Talk, the space where healing gets real, spiritual truths are served with soul, and no topic is too sacred to touch. Today's episode is one that's going to hit your aura, your reproductive space, your heart, and your habits. We're talking about sexual energy exchange. I am going to use the word sexual because I do not want YouTube's algorithm to flag me. So, it's not just sexual, it's not just energy, but what it really means is spiritually, emotionally, and energetically. When we merge with another person's energy field, body, and frequency, this is what we're going to get into. So get comfy, light your candle, sip a herbal tea, or maybe even just go for a walk with your headphones, because we're going to go in. And I promise you, by the end of this episode, you will never think of just smecks in the usual way that we do as a society. So let's get into what it really is. When two people connect sexually, it's more than just their bodies meeting. It's not just a physical act, it's an energetic merge where a blend of frequencies are coming together and there's a sharing of, spiritual energy. Spiritual energy. So SMEX creates a cord, an invisible energetic thread between you and the person that you've just been intimate with. And this is the level that I'm talking about in terms of this subject, SMEX, but obviously we create invisible threads in our lives towards other things as well with other people. That's why we have different connections. But this is what I'm going to focus on today. So unless you consciously clear it, that cord isn't just going to go away. Now here's the thing, you don't even just take in their body, you take in their unhealed wounds, their thoughts, their habits, their beliefs, and their energy ends up lingering in your aura, your reproductive space, and sometimes even in your dreams. And this subject I'm not bringing this subject about to shame anybody, it's just about awareness. We're here not to be afraid of SMEX. We're here to honour it and the power that comes with it. So let's get in. Let me start by asking you a question that I really want you to feel and reflect on. Who have you slept with that your body may have left, but your energy hasn't? Take a deep breath and don't judge yourself here. And just scan your body. Is there someone that you keep dreaming about or thinking of randomly, even though you've moved on physically? Or do you feel someone might have left a deep heaviness within you that you haven't quite cleared? This is actually called sexual energy residue. You may have thought like a one-night stand or even a long-term relationship that once you end that connection with that person, that was it. But your spirit knew what the exchange was, what was happening. So if you ever said to yourself, I don't know why I can't stop thinking about this person, and it's probably because you've never actually cut the cord. So when you sleep with someone, you don't just experience their pleasure, or hopefully pleasure, but you're also absorbing their emotional state, their spiritual burdens, their energetic traumas, their relationship patterns, and even their past lovers. And that's part of their energetic lineage. So if they're carrying unprocessed anger, shame, grief, this is what's entering your field. If they feel numb, checked out, or have a manipulative personality, you may start noticing similar fog or energies that present themselves within your own aura. This is especially true if you're an empathic, like myself, or energetically sensitive. So after SMEX, you may feel tired, ungrounded, anxious, or a bit foggy as well. These are other traits that you might realize afterwards. This is why I'm doing this, because it's to just highlight the fact that SMEX isn't just ever physical, and especially where people say, you know, more to the men's side, it's just physical for them, and for women it's a lot more deeper. But on a spiritual and soul level, it's actually deeper for both genders. So also as well, if we look at somebody that's having a relationship with somebody that's already in a relationship, so when you do that, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, you're not just receiving that person's energy that you're connecting with, you're actually absorbing their partners too. And this could be conflict, this could be guilt, this could be confusion, all sitting in your energy. You might find yourself more emotionally chaotic, feeling spiritually disconnected, and attracting confusion in your own love life, because this is what you've opened yourself up to unknowingly. It's funny actually, because it's an expression in a sense that your energy is in a triangle at that point. It's crowded and your soul is starving of clarity. There's no clarity. It's just confusing when so much energy is within your field. So I just want to move on and actually talk about a client of mine that I spoke to, and this is what they come to me with. I left a situationship over a year ago. He was never really committed. He had someone else on and off, but I was addicted to the connection. The sex was powerful and it felt spiritual. I thought he was my twin flame. But even though we haven't spoken in over 12 months, I still dream of him. I still feel him, and no one else compares. Is there anything wrong with me? So let me just pause right there, because how many of us have felt like this, that after a relationship's ended and we still are thinking about that person or dreaming about that person? So in response to this lady, I reassured her that there was nothing wrong with her, that she was carrying this man in her field who hasn't necessarily earned a seat at her table. He was still in her aura, because she hadn't taken the time, or maybe had the conscious awareness of clearing her womb space. This is why you hear people say that your body is your temple, and you should never energetically allow people to just have the door open for people to come in to your aura field. So when we did her session, she wept, because it wasn't just him living in her head. He was embedded in her solar plexus. She absorbed his confusion, his shame, and his emotional chaos. And in her body, her literal nervous system, it was still attuned to his frequency. So if you've been wondering why you feel stuck on someone, even though you're not with them anymore, just know that it's not a weakness. It's not an obsession. It doesn't mean that you're still emotionally attached, in terms of like you're still caring for that person, or you're still like almost like, I would use the word hankering for that person. It's not that at all. This is usually energy residue. So you're not still crazy for feeling, still having feelings for them. Your body just hasn't got the memo that it's time to release that person. But here's the good news. Just like energy can cling, it can actually be cleared. So when you do the work, whether it's cord cutting, chakra alignment, or even just a sacred affirmation under the full moon, you will then feel the power coming back to you. Your body starts to realign. You'll breathe differently, you'll wake up lighter, and you'll stop looking back, and you'll finally feel open to what's next. So let's be honest, sometimes the best sexual energy exchange is no exchange at all, choosing celibacy or a sacred pause. And this isn't about punishment, it's about resetting your frequency. When you stop pouring energy out sexually, you give your aura time to recalibrate. You'll hear spirit more clearly, your standards get higher, and your inner power comes home to you. This is where you shift from craving attention to embodying attraction. When your sexual energy isn't leaking, it is magnetized, it creates and it heals. This is what ancient mystics call sexual transmutation, tuning sexual energy into spiritual fuel. So let's talk about what you can actually do here. Some practical tips to cleanse and protect your sexual energy. So you can do a cord cutting ritual where you can use a candle and visualize yourself cutting this cord. You can visualize you actually seeing the cord. Where is it attached to your, in your aura or in your body, and just visualize yourself cutting that cord. You can also do a guided meditation to release old lovers as well from your energy field. And this is something that I do all the time in practice, so I can always help you with this if you do need help. You can have an aura bath where you have some salts and herbs like rosemary and lavender, and actually listen to some sound healing, which will help clear the residue within the body space. You can do some chakra work as well, where the energy centers hold the sexual memory, and so this energy can be cleared as well from the body. So let's talk about setting energetic intentions before sex to a certain extent. You can ask yourself before you get involved, is this exchange sacred? Is this exchange aligned with my healing? So if you think to yourself, you're not just protecting your heart here, we're actually thinking of you as a whole. Is this protecting your energy field? So we're thinking about discernment. Discernment is power. Before you merge, ask yourself, do I want their energy swimming in me for up to 7 years? Because that's how long it can last for. It sounds dramatic, but it's actually real. You're not here to shame yourself about your past. It's not about reflecting on your past in a negative way. We've all been there and had relationships to a certain extent that we didn't actually know that we needed to clear on this level. We're here just to wake up to your own sexual power and your own inner power to actually heal this part of yourself. So the main takeaway here is that sex is very sacred, it's magic, and it's also a contract, whether it's temporary or karmic. So just be reflective here. Who have you merged with that you might need to release? What parts of yourself have got lost in somebody else's field? What would your life look like if you stopped leaking energy and start reclaiming it? Your aura is not casual, your body is not casual, and your energy is not casual. So why should your sex life be? You are a temple. Treat your energy like sacred grounds. Thanks for listening to Sistership Hills. I'm Leanne, and I'm very happy that you actually are still here. If you've made it this far in the video. So I'd like to leave you with a Dear Sweet Soul letter to end our session today. Dear Sweet Soul, I know the path you're walking isn't always easy. I know there are days when your heart feels heavy with memories you didn't ask to carry, and moments where spirit is louder than your logic, pulling you towards something deeper, something real. I want you to remember this. You are not too much. You are not broken, and you are not behind. You are healing, layer by layer, choice by choice, breath by breath. Your healing doesn't have to look perfect to be sacred. So take what landed with you today and leave the rest. Let your spirit digest it in its own time. And know that whatever you're facing, you don't have to do it alone. Spirit is with you. Your guides are closer than you think. And this space, with Sister Hills myself, is here to hold you. Until next time, protect your peace, honour your energy, and walk like your ancestors are behind you. You are loved, you are light, and you're never too far from your own healing. If you feel as though I could help you in terms of a one-to-one or would like to join my women's spiritual healing group, you're more than welcome to get in touch and we can go through the details. Take care.